Hi, this is Scott Felstead from Muscle and Fitness. Thanks for joining us. We're in Ashington up north in the UK. My friend here, Adam Collard, in his own gym. I believe you've got 2 gyms, is that right now?
2 gyms,
Two
yes.
gyms.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah, no problem. We're at Sculpt Ashington. Absolutely amazing facility, which you'll get a good look at, and we're going to do a workout as well. But first of all, I mean, how often are you here? Because people might recognise you from the television and they might think, oh, he probably doesn't turn up at the gym. How often do you come here?
Well, luckily for me, I love the gym, first of all, and I love training. But if I'm here and I'm home and I'm in Newcastle, I'm not traveling, I'm not working for brands like Nocco, like Primal, like stuff like that, I will pretty much try and cover both gyms in a day. So I was at Sculpt Newcastle this morning, Sculpt Ashington this evening with yourself, and probably do a little bit of training. I'm a bit hands-on. I like to be like that.
Yeah.
I also think that even though we have an online academy and we train people all around the world, the reason ours is quite good is because I still do physical activity and I still kind of keep myself in check. There's no better test than trialing things on real people.
Yeah, no, that's obvious. And because people know you from Love Island and Celebs Go Dating, but your love of fitness came long before kind of television appearances and that kind of thing.
Yeah,
and
definitely.
what people might not know, which I found out doing my research on you, and talked to you a little bit earlier, is people might relate to the fact they look at you and think, oh, he's never had to go to the gym, he's never been overweight. But actually, you struggled as a kid in school and you had your own issues as well.
Yeah, I think that there's a couple of things that wind us up about the TV. I've got a little chip on my shoulder, I can't lie. One of them is the gym started before Love Island. Everyone thinks that I went on the TV the first time and then got the gym after.
Right.
The gym was already established. I was a PT from 18 years old until 22. I went on Love Island when I was 22, but the gym had already been open for a year, even though I'd PT'd for 3 years before that. And then obviously it spiraled after that. Obviously the beast that Love Island is, one of the most, I think it might even have the highest views in the country at the time it's on.
Yeah.
It's a monster. It massively helped in terms of I would probably never have met people in Australia that I was training. I would have probably never met people in South Africa, clients. So I touched them, and that was always the plan and the long-term goal. But the gym was established before. I worked for a Reebok CrossFit gym. I worked for numerous different gyms, some huge chains, and loved it. But the reason my fitness journey started was essentially just like a lot of people out there, I was not happy with the way I looked. I don't want an X Factor sob story. It's not my style. No, it's not my personality. But at the same time, my younger years, the early sort of teens, you're 13, you're 14, you're 15, 16 getting into it, like really wasn't happy with the way I looked. 16 was the minimum age back in my day when you could kind of get a gym membership. So me and my best friend signed up. He wasn't happy with his weight. I wasn't happy with mine. We kind of didn't really have a routine. Did a lot of reading like forums like yourself. Got a routine off there and fell in love with all of the early day YouTubers. Steve Cook, Christine Guzman, Greg Plitt, legends. I honestly probably went to bed every single night for 3 years watching videos. I kind of did the whole drinking on the streets thing a little bit as I was a kid, but because I wasn't happy with my weight, I kind of used it to kind of get in shape. And that was where my love for fitness came from. I liked how I could see things. And what kind of happened subconsciously during sixth form, which was when I thought I was going to go to uni and do something else, is I was turning that many heads by the end of, because being obsessive with the gym, and I think it's a healthy thing to be obsessed with.
Yeah, there's worse things you can be obsessed
Exactly.
with. People always say, oh, what are you eating when it's healthy? No one ever says, what are you eating when you break out a cake or something like that, do they?
Exactly. So because of that, it kind of spiraled into a lot of people being like, oh, will you teach me how to do that? And will you teach me how to do that? And then subconsciously, I was in my own brain, and because of my parents' influence, thinking, I'm going to go to Leeds to go to university to do a business degree, or go and do an architecture degree or something like that, because it's what you should do. And I think that that's a very old-fashioned way of looking at things. But in the midst of that, there was so many people, and I was starting to build an Instagram following, asking me for help. I thought, why don't I just do this?
And you did, and you didn't just kind of go the Instagram influencer route and just rely on like a six-pack or something like that. You actually studied it and you did it practically, and you've become quite an advanced PT now.
Definitely, like I would say that in terms of academic-wise, like did the level 2, did the level 3, did the level 4, studied at Northumberland University. When I came back from Leeds, I really was just in a weird place, but thought the one thing that I know in my life right now is that I love fitness and I want to do that. So went into Northumberland University. They had a 6-month diploma course, wanted to do it officially and properly and get insured, and then started in the famous The Gym group, just like Pure Gym, like Virgin Active, the big monsters, started in them. worked my way up, fought against 15 different PTs, and kind of would like to say that I kind of came out on top, because I was like, I just loved it. I loved it more than anyone else. And yeah, like I knew that this was the goal. The goal was to open my own facility and was to be an online coach. And like, I went on holiday at the weekend just for a little trip, and I was speaking to people while I was there. You know what I mean? And to be able to call that your job it's mind blowing to me.
Yeah, no, it's cool, and I get the impression already from speaking to you that opening a gym's not just about getting people in, subscribers, that kind of thing. You actually want to share what it's done for you.
So first one, you're going to deadlift it up properly, break from the hips, and notice how, as well, I'm not locking those legs out. So it's not here, it's here. There's a slight bend, but there's still tension in my hamstrings.
Yeah.
I guess your confidence that you've gotten from it and the way that fitness has changed your life, I can see that you have pride when people walk in and they're changing their own life.
Do you know what? It's not just about having a six-pack or looking amazing in a bikini. And if that's what gets you started, like, I love that. I love that more than anyone. Do you know what? I used to be the kid with probably Greg Plitt on my screensaver thinking, I wish I have abs like that. I've still not got abs like that. No one in the world has abs like that. But I was that kid. But what I would say is, nowadays, being a business owner, being a PT, having a lot of family and friends that have and friends that I've met through the gym, sometimes you just need to give them the best hour of the day, because you don't know what's going on at home. You don't know what family member's sick. You don't know pets, you don't know, and it sounds crazy saying that, but when people have bad things going on, this can sometimes be the only sanctuary that's going on. And it's just as much, it sounds cliche these days, because everyone wants to look fantastic. So do I want to look great. We both want to look great.
We do, yeah.
But sometimes it is definitely about that mental aspect as well.
Yeah, no, I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, I'm working in office most of the day writing and for Muscle and Fitness, and of course I can't wait to get to the gym. And people say, oh, I'm not going to go to the gym at the end of the day after work. I've already worked hard, I'll be tired. And actually, I find that I get more energy after I've been to the gym. And people say, oh, I don't want to go to the gym. You never regret going to the gym. You only ever regret when you don't go to the gym. So there's lots of reasons to go. But another thing that I've noticed, that I can tell that you've seen this from how functional your gym is and working with Primal Strength. Over the years, I've talked to a lot of people, and the fashion has really changed. Like you say, it's not all about six packs and biceps now. It's about function. It's about being able to stand on one leg and balance, and how can I get my muscle connection going. I mean, I know you do a lot of classes here, so that's something that you really work on.
I think our functional fitness classes are the reason we became famous as a brand, in terms of around Newcastle, and now hopefully a little bit further afield than that. We want to bring a class where you can have the everyday athlete, someone like me, who is absolutely killing it, who is competing, who is being competitive, who is being a social media influencer, but also, old Deirdre who wants to get out of a chair. And I do think everything should be progressive, but everything should be scalable. And I think fitness really is for everybody. And there is always an element of every single person should be able to squat, because squatting is standing up out of a chair. Essentially, as much as it is 200 kilo back squat. And if I can try and create a space where you can have two of those avatars in the same room, that's a win, because that's what's gonna get everyone speaking. You have both ends of the spectrum. We have families in here, and we'll have every single member, from son to dad to grandma. It's absolutely bizarre to me, but that is again half of the reason I went for Primal, not just for a age perspective, but also not creating a segregated environment in terms of, we have bodybuilders here, we'll have CrossFitters here, we'll have functional fitness people, we'll have the man that wants to come and look great on the holiday next year. And that is why we chose Primal, because they cater for all of them segments. We have a functional fitness rig, but we also have a basic cardio section. We'll have a big heavy weights, and we'll also have a powerlifting station, and then we'll have the famous cage, which is probably the most popular thing in the gym.
And it is absolutely stunning to look at, and I know Primal kind of worked with you heavily on it. I mean, how much of a preconception or of a visual did you have beforehand, or how much did they work with you to say, have you thought about this, we could do that, or was it just a complete synergistic partnership?
I would say that it was a bit like me having all of the pieces of the jigsaw, but they needed to put it together. That's the best way to explain it. I am highly influenced in terms of, I go places, I look for things, I look for light, and I look for materials, I look for, why have they done that? Why does that bring so many people in? Why are things positioned the way they are? And take pictures and pictures and pictures. But I would say that the the primal side of it. They helped me understand the customer journey and how to position ourselves in the market, how to think about also how can we try and make this as exclusive and premium feel as possible at a fraction of the price. Because essentially Gym 1 started because I was a very busy personal trainer and had a bit of a reputation, but I think this model is definitely the thing that's going to take Sculpt way further afield.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. And as I say, it looks absolutely amazing. I can't wait to get on it. Probably be regretting it in a minute when you put me through a workout, but I'm looking forward to it.
Little session coming up.
I mean, can you tell me what you've got planned?
I think what I'm going to do, I've actually trained legs this morning, so I'm hoping that I've I'm hoping I've knocked myself down a few pegs, but we're going to do a bit of a functional fitness session, high rock style. So mixing a few of the ergs in with a few of the key high rocks movements, which I've competed in. Give you a little taste of that.
Awesome.
So, weights and cardio at speed.
All right, well, I look forward to it. I'll shake on it. Thanks a lot. Cheers.
Cheers.